Hello, welcome, and thanks for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gumansing. Topping our newscast, a bill banning barkers was a hot-button topic on St. Thomas this week. The bill, heard Thursday evening, had provisions that would give prison time to downtown barkers. But there were recent developments that could change that. News 2's April Knight spoke to Senator Myron Jackson on the bill he took over from the previous legislature.
A controversial barker bill was held by the Senate Economic Development Committee Thursday evening. It would have sent business promoters or barkers to jail if they violate the outright ban proposed in the current bill.
During the hearing, it's very evident that unregulated barking in downtown Charlotte-Amalie has been a disaster.
Concerns over barkers operating downtown have been around for more than a decade. Business owners located on Main Street are concerned that barkers for side street businesses are drawing away potential customers and making for unpleasant tourist experience.
If you're a promoter or barker and you are encouraging others to go to other locations and not to go into that particular business, those employees are impacted by your action. Some of those promoters have not been the best representative. It works for them, but it is not working for our product and for this community.
Former Senator Sean Michael Malone came up with a bill in the 30th legislature. The bill was renamed and currently sponsored by Senator Myron Jackson. Barkers and smaller side stores respond that their low traffic location and lack of advertising budget put them at a disadvantage.
My proposal or my amendment to this bill, kiosks on every side street, on every north corner and every south corner.
The current bill is still an outright ban on barkers with a few exceptions, but amendments have removed the provisions for jail time. Instead, barkers violating the ban would get fined between $1,500 to $3,000.
Tourism is all of us, and we all have a role to play, and we cannot continue to not pay attention to the issues that are critical to our bread and butter.
Reporting for News 2, I'm April Knight.
In other news, Senator Kenneth Gittens, who's the chairman on the Committee on Rules and Judiciary, will continue the confirmation process for an additional nominee with a hearing scheduled for 9 a.m. on Monday. Also, several bills will be considered. Testimony from Commissioner nominee Gustav James, who has been tapped by Governor Kenneth Mapp to serve as Commissioner of the Department of Public Works. The committee members will also take a vote on the nomination of Lawrence Olive, who has been nominated by Governor Mapp to serve as Director of the Bureau of Motor Vehicle. Well, this week, Public Works has been addressing a problem in the Clifton Hill area. Officials say crews are working to fix a ditch that can be a hazard for drivers at night. Senator Ken Gittens called the department after getting calls from residents.
At night times, it's very dark here, at times once the light is out. And numerous vehicles have gone into the gut, and residents have had to assist them in getting them out. There was at least 2 incidents where police vehicles have gone down in the gut. So I contacted the Department of Public Works, and they're on the job.
We're creating a box, and we're going to fit a grill in there so that there would be no more ditch. I mean, we'll still have the ditch where the drainage, the water will flow through the culvert without no problem, but the grill will bring this ditch to the same size, the same level as the road.
And count on 2 to keep you updated. Governor Kenneth Mapp will be meeting with cruise line executives in the next 2 weeks, but he told members of the St. Croix Chamber of Commerce Thursday during their annual meeting that he talked with Disney Cruise Line's CEO Carl Holtz about helping St. Croix. Mapp said Holtz promised his help free of charge to rebrand St. Croix as a cruise destination like no other.
Mr. Holtz extended to the people of the Virgin Islands and to you the full portfolio of Disney's technical support system. We're going to be getting together with you, Mark, and the Chamber of Commerce and the business community and residents on what are the things we need to do to create a destination experience on St. Croix for cruise visitations.
Classes at Evelyn Williams Elementary School were dismissed at 1 p.m. St. Croix Superintendent of Schools Colleen Williams informed parents and guardians of the dismissal around 11:30 a.m. this morning due to an electrical outage. Superintendent Williams reported that upon entering the premises this morning, school administrators along with faculty and staff realized that the facility was without power. Well, based on assessment by maintenance personnel, it was deemed that a bulkhead needed to be replaced. Therefore, in order to facilitate, she says, placement of the new bulkhead, Water and Power Authority personnel had to turn off power in the general area. Former Attorney General Vincent Frazier is out on bail after appearing before magistrate court on Thursday morning for assault. The night before, Frazier allegedly had an altercation with his wife that escalated to Frazier attempting to strangle her. The conditions of Frazier's release state that he can return to his residence in Frenchman's Bay, but he must stay in a room separate from the couple's bedroom, and he cannot have contact with his wife. Frazier is set to reappear in court on March 19th. News 2 will keep you updated. Well, police say on Friday, February 27th at 11:10 a.m., Leon Nisbet of 58 Castle Coakley was arrested and charged with reckless endangerment after having caused a disturbance and firing several gunshots in the presence of more than one person in the Harborview Apartments area. There was no bail set pending an advice of rights hearing. He was remanded to the Golden Grove Correctional Facility. Also, police report, Wanda T. Daraya of 724 Barron Spot on Friday, February 27th was arrested and charged with embezzlement by fiduciary after the manager of VI Terminal Services LLC in Hovenza found out through bank statements in the company's account that she was stealing monies out of the account in the form of company checks, which totaled in the amount of about $81,700. Wanda was released on her own recognizance. Well, March is usually the month when people begin spring cleaning as a way to organize and refresh their surroundings. Well, tonight we look at a group who's been cleaning up Frederiksted every weekend since last year in our Making a Difference segment.
Virginia Claremont has made it her mission to clean up Frederiksted one street at a time.
I started Clean Sweep Frederiksted in August because as a result of the amount of trash I was seeing in the town of Frederiksted. And so I started planning for an event on October 25th, which was Make a Difference Day. So that was our first major event.
Every Saturday morning, Frederiksted residents young and old volunteer with Claremont's organization, Clean Sweep Frederiksted.
We meet from 7 to 11 and we pick up trash. We focus on the gutters, the sidewalks, trying to get a lot of the debris and whatnot, because we want Frederiksted not just to be beautiful, but to be pristine.
The Clean Sweep Frederiksted group pick different areas of the town each week. They also help other individuals or organizations in need. In January, the group joined the effort to restore the government's USO building so it can be used in the near future for the community. The group's volunteers come from all over and give from the heart.
I didn't want it to be about any particular organization. I wanted it to be about all of us. And so it's students, it's businesses, it's the young, the old, anyone who wants to just help to revitalize Frederiksted. I wanted it to be a we and a us, and not an I or a they.
So the Clean Up Frederiksted crew will continue working bit by bit each weekend to make a difference for their town. Its work, Claremont says, is its own reward.
One of the things I always say to people is volunteer is good for your heart and it's good for your body. You get good exercise, but it makes you feel good. If you've ever noticed, or if you've been to one of our volunteer events, there's some camaraderie, there's a lot of laughter, because people love seeing that they're making a difference in their community and helping to improve it.
Erica Parsons, News 2.
Clean Sweep Frederiksted is also spearheading the Barrel Project. They're urging adult and teen artists to come out Saturdays this month to the Caribbean Museum Center to help paint rum barrels donated by Diageo. Those barrels will be converted to trash receptacles in Frederiksted. Investigators from the National Transportation Safety Board are trying to determine what caused the Delta Airlines jet to skid off a runway at LaGuardia Airport while landing during a snowstorm. The aircraft nearly ended up in the water. The fire department said 28 people were injured. The emergency slides did not deploy. Passengers evacuated by shimmying down the wings or jumping out of the rear of the plane. It was snowing heavily when the MD-88 approached about 3/4 down the runway. The plane veered to the left, hitting an embankment and crashing through the fence. Moments after the crash, the plane began leaking fuel and the airport was temporarily shut down. Keeping our eye on the economy, the markets opened lower despite promising news about the job market this morning. The Labor Department says the national unemployment rate dropped to 5.5% last month, 1/10 lower than expected, and 295,000 jobs were added in February. Here's the New York Stock Exchange with the stock market watch. The Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P all down. The Dow 278, Nasdaq 55, S&P 29. Coming up on News 2, as we continue to recognize VI History Month and Women's History Month, we celebrate the strong women who helped create history in the Virgin Islands. We'll be right back. Well, as we continue to recognize VI History Month and Women's History Month, we celebrate the strong women who helped create history in the Virgin Islands. Ulla F. Muller was a well-known educator who worked in the Department of Education for 45 years. She is remembered as an excellent teacher and administrator and was very active in civic organizations as well as her church. She was a pillar of the education system. During her time, the Ulla Muller Elementary School in St. Thomas was aptly named in her honor. Ulla F. Muller sadly passed away in May of 2013 at the age of 97. Well, we are recognizing women during the entire month of March. However, on Sunday, March 8th, around the globe, International Women's Day will be celebrated. Since its inception in 2007, YWCA USVI has been at the forefront of leading an annual commemoration of International Women's Day in the VI with dialogues, special inspirational programs, and luncheons honoring Virgin Islands women who've accomplished noteworthy achievements and contributed to the transformation of the community through their efforts. You can join members of YWCA USVI for a joint worship celebrating International Women's Day at 8:30 a.m. on March 8th at the St. Andrew's Episcopal Church on First Avenue, Sugar Estate. Now on March 28th to the 30th, WYCA USVI will host a Make It Happen weekend, and we'll have more on that. Ever wondered what it's like to launch a rocket? Well, some of our very own students are getting that experience. A group of Elena Christian students from St. Croix, who are members of the Rocketry Club, flew to St. Thomas Friday to give some lucky BCB students a live demonstration.
They are taught the fundamentals of rocketry and aerospace science, and then they get to compete with the top teams in the nation. Now, Elena is ranked one of the top 5 teams in the nation.
It gives me an opportunity to learn about aerospace science. It increases my knowledge based on aerospace science. I learn how to build rockets, build model rockets.
1, 2, 3, rocketry! Elena Simmons!
Congrats to the students. Well, the MCM Center, the Mark Marine Center, has been transformed and items already in place for the Antilles School Spring Gala and Auction that's scheduled for 6 p.m. on Saturday at the center. The event includes a gourmet dinner with wine and dancing to the live Miami band Fusion and a live and silent auction. Lots of surprises in store. The annual event draws many who take advantage of participating in the auction for big ticket items like jewelry, travel packages, boat excursions, gourmet dinners, spa packages, and other services. Proceeds benefit the school. Ready for something a little challenging and fun to help you get in shape? Well, there is a 13-week Zumba Fitness Challenge kicking off on St. Croix. The Zumba Health Fair and Glow Party will be held this Saturday at the Ann Abramson facility, and that's the Frederickstead Pier. The Health Fair and registration is from 2 to 5, and the Zumba is from 5:30 to 7:30. It's presented by the VI Port Authority. Zumba instructor Cynthia Gomez-Martin over here in St. Thomas is organizing a Zumbathon fundraiser to help out a family in need. A mom, Asia Lee Merritt, is battling cancer, and her mother, Sherry Merritt, is trying to help take care of not just her, but Asia's 2 very young children who are 8 and 6. And they are asking for the community's support. They say 100% of the proceeds will go directly to the family. The Zumbathon will take place Saturday, April 4th, 9 a.m. at the MCM Antilles School. You can also donate online, especially if you're not going to be on St. Thomas and would like to contribute. Log on to fundly.com/help the Merritt family. We will have more on this fundraiser and how you can help. Well, you are likely to fall in love with our featured pet of the week. Humane Society volunteer Benjamin Coverdale came by to tell us all about Melanie. And remember, if you're interested, call the Humane Society at 775-0599.
This is Melanie, our pet of the week. She is 3 years old and she has spent a year in our shelter. She's very sweet and she loves kisses. All her babies have been adopted and she is the only one left. She has heartworms, but her treatment has already been paid for. Won't you come down to the Humane Society to bring her home so she can have her treatment?
And just a reminder, not only do we have the time change or daylight savings time to note on Sunday, March 8th, CBS TV2 as well as some cable channels will be experiencing the effects of sun outages that will affect our CBS programming. Now, you may experience anything from slight to complete signal loss. The outages take place yearly during late February and early March as the sun overpowers our satellite. The natural phenomenon occurs when the Earth, satellite, and the sun orbits along the same line. Now, the outages for TV2 will begin Saturday, March 7th and Sunday, March 8th around 2:20 p.m. for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then on Monday, March 9th through next Monday, March 16th, it will be a little longer duration, 7 to 20 minutes. We do apologize for the inconvenience. Be sure to stick around. Your News2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.